Today's episode is powered by my sponsor Elgato Gaming and the green screen. As you guys know, I use a green screen in all of my Road to Glory videos. It's a great way to remove the background and immerse myself into the content. So any aspiring content creators out there, I highly recommend this product. You can find a link down below in the description to my Elgato profile page. Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is episode number 102 and I have got an SBC spectacular for you today. There is all sorts going on and where we're going to start is by completing the last parts of Thiago Mendes. So, if you do enjoy today's episode, do me a massive favour, hit me with a thumbs up. It's starting to get towards Christmas time. Maybe your gift to me could be a like on today's video. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new and click that notification bell. Become part of the notification squad. So the team is looking absolutely fantastic. But this is what we're going to be using for a couple of games of squad battles. And obviously I'm not going to show you them because that's a little bit boring. But this was my full 11 Ligue 1 players that I used in order to win a couple of professional squad battles matches. It was as simple as that really. It got me the objective done. We've done the hard part, which was the rival stuff. And as you can see, we actually got FUTMAS beginnings done. I'm not focusing on that, although I do have quite a few FUTMAS cards now. So maybe we could get that done just before the season is over. Obviously, by the time you're watching this, we are in a new season. I hope it's all looking good. I am very interested to see exactly what it's all about when the time comes. So we get Thiago Mendes. Brilliant stuff. I wanted him. And he looks to be a very, very good card. Like if you put something that boosts that defending stat up quite a lot, like he's going to be in the 90s for pretty much all the good useful ones. So I think he could be a rock solid CDM/CM on this game, and he may actually prove to become a player that's worthy of my squad. So we get a couple of little packs here and there, open them up, and there are going to be obviously a few packs today just because we're doing quite a few player SBCs and other things like Marquee Matchups and stuff, so of course that leads to lots of packs. Nice one, and we can always hope to get something in them, but like I said, you know, I don't feel like I deserve anything at this point in time. You know, maybe we'll let it go after Christmas, and then I'll start hoping for good stuff in packs again. Although it would have been just nice to get lots more Team of the Year nominees in packs. I only managed to get Jordan Henderson, so it would be nice to get some more special blue cards because I think they're the best design so far. So, as you can see, Thiago Mendes goes into the squad, and this is what my current French Ligue 1 side is like. There's 7 first owner French Ligue 1 players in that squad, which hopefully, again, you might know by now. If icon swaps have come out, maybe we need like squads like last time, and it's looking good. But yeah, the team, this is obviously like the main fix, the main squad out of all of them. But there are plenty of players in that squad which could be chopped and changed for others, and that is going to happen in today's episode. More out of like necessity than anything else, but there's a couple of players there we are going to have to sell. I had to do it in order to make sure that I got certain SBCs done. So I tried to gut my club of all of the stuff we got in rewards. So obviously like João Moutinho, you can see Ozil, Gundogan, Henderson. They were like the main players that we got, which if you say that all of them like 6k, 12k, 18k, and then probably 12k for Hendo, there's like 30k's worth of stuff there. So we probably ended up making a total of nearly 50k from my rewards, which I could have just taken in rivals coins, couldn't I? But as you can see, Alan and Juan Jesus are going to be listed up on the market, mainly because I needed the coins for SBCs. But look at the profits we've made on both of them. We did really, really well. We obviously got them at a low point in the market, and we made some great money. Like we sold Alan for like 47,000 coins more than what we paid for him just a couple of days ago. So as you can see, we're way up on coins at this point in time, and we can go out and start buying the players that we need. Because I mean, like the thumbnail of this video suggested, I wanted to make sure that I got FUTMAS, Atal, and I also wanted to make sure that I got Road to the Final, Diego, Carlos. I keep forgetting his name. I don't know why. It's like it's not memorable to me or something. I'm not quite sure why, but his name is the one that I just keep forgetting. Him and Thiago Mendes. I think I say before I say their name every single time. So Juan Jesus sells as well. 105k for him, which means that we are way up on coins, more than what we needed. But those two Brazilians, they work together. Because when I have Juan Jesus at centre-back, I either need another Brazilian centre-back next to him that would still get a strong link to the goalkeeper, or I need 2 strong links to Brazilians, one being Roberto Carlos and then one up to the centre-mid, so I have to have Alan. So I couldn't just sell Alan. They kind of both needed to go. But I don't think that's going to be the last time we use them. I actually really liked both of them. And if I could get the coins back soon, I think we might even see them again in the team pretty soon. But it was just a case of I didn't want to miss out on a few squad building challenges whilst they were there. So luckily we were able to save ourselves a little bit of money with this red player here that we used in the Atal SBC, which is nice. I did like that they offered out that we could use a Team of the Week or FUT Champions player. So yes, we're going to get further behind on our quest for another 86 plus red SBC. But you know, if they're useful, while EA are actually letting me use red players in SBCs and count as informs, then he has way more value than he ever has done. So I will of course use him to save a quick buck. It probably saved us 10, 12k, so that's great. And then, of course, we were able to, just go out on the market and pick up the rest of the stuff. So an SBC that costs around 85k, I reckon I ended up doing it for about 70. So it would just be nice, of course, to make a little bit of money back. Yeah, it would be good, wouldn't it? So Youcef Atal, he's someone that is not necessarily going into my starting 11, but my goodness, does he look like a brilliant card as he steps down there, almost like he's coming through the chimney. Yeah, grab your Santa bag, mate. There you go. What's on there? I hope there's loads of presents for you guys. But he's 84 rated with 93 pace, 87 dribbling, 82 defending, 81 physical, and 81 passing. And his shooting's not bad either. Genuinely, what a player. He's either going to be in my starting 11, which is super difficult. I don't think that's going to happen. Or he's going to be a substitute that I definitely use. I'm talking bring him on at centre mid, and he is going to have pace there and hopefully do a great job mopping everything up. So from his SBC, you actually got 2 pretty good packs. This one is a jumbo premium gold players, so effectively about a 50,000 coin pack, and we actually do get a walkout. I mean, it's nothing crazy special. It's goading, which is great. When you think about this SBC, I reckon, like I said, I paid about 70,000 coins out for it. So to make like 25 to 30k back is just brilliant value for the overall player. And there's also other players in the pack. There's an inform in the pack as well. My watch keeps buzzing at me, so I'm going to take it off so that I don't get notifications. Apologies for that. But yeah, and then so I reckon this SBC has been nearly break even for us, considering we get about 40k's worth of value from the first pack, and then obviously the rest of the players that are worth another 5k or so maybe. And then this pack right here, we get nothing really special, but you could probably make 5k from all of that stuff as well. So that brings us up to about 50,000 in returns. It's a 20k for that player right there is just nuts. That's great value. And even if you don't really get anything, you probably get 10 to 15,000 coins in return. But I obviously know that he expired already a day or so ago for you. So you can see on the market a bunch of the other stuff that I was trying to get rid of, like duplicate players or high-rated players that I weren't going to use. They sold Hendo and Gundogan, still trying to sell, but we know that that's 15 to 20k right there as well. And it was time to go in and do Diego Carlos. And notice how I didn't say in front of his name that time. I remembered it, or I might have read it on screen. I don't know. But again, we used, I think we bought everyone in this squad right here. Maybe there was one player that I had, and then I had to do the same thing again. I had to go out and buy pretty much everyone for the Brazil squad. So there was nothing really saving me any money in this one. I couldn't use like a Red FUT Champs player or anything. But of course, that is a different story. This is a road to the final SBC as opposed to a FUTMAS SBC. So yeah, like, he's done. He's someone that is going into my starting 11. Obviously, selling Juan Jesus means that we've got a centre-back spot we need to fill. I think this guy looks very, very solid. Maybe not quite as good as Juan Jesus, but there's potential, you know. There's potential for this guy to get upgrades, and I wouldn't want to miss out on him. I think he's still available by the time you're watching this. Maybe not for very long, but I will obviously play my first set of Weekend League games for tomorrow's video. I'll give you a brief idea of what I think about him, or make sure that you go and have a look. Maybe there's some reviews on YouTube of this player. Give it a good look, because he seems like the sort of player that, I don't know, it feels like it would be a missed opportunity if you didn't go out and get him. So, from the reward packs from him, we end up getting a board player, so not bad. We get Portuguese centre-back. This time it's going to be Pepe, which, because of the amount of SBCs that are out lately, this fella is selling for about 10,000 coins, or 9 point something K anyway, so that's nice. Really good reward from that. You know, the rest of the pack's probably worth not a lot, but we'll store those players up ready for SBCs along the line. And then nothing of like particular value from this next SBC. It's just a rare gold, and we get ourselves Matic, who I don't even think sells. I think I discard him and another duplicate, and then the rest of the stuff can just go chill in the club, because we'll use them at some point in time. So, that wasn't the last of the player SBCs today. I also decided to do the old Firm Debate, I think it was called, as opposed to the old Firm Derby. And yeah, we had to go out and buy pretty much everyone for this one. But this was like a 25k SBC. And that's the reason why I've done this one, because it's a player pick SBC and it gives you out either a Celtic or a Rangers player. And I put it out to Twitter, and the responses were that I should do the Rangers player about 85% to 15%. It was like seriously weighted in terms of Kent. And people were saying that's because he, even though he's lower rated, he is English, so easier links, has 4-star skills and 5-star weak foot, and obviously could get potentially huge upgrades along the way. However, I just feel like maybe Celtic have the potential to go a little bit further. So in the end, like in a few months' time, it might not be the wisest decision. But I went this time with what you guys decided to tell me on social media. And I actually think he looks like a pretty ridiculous little card for the coins that he cost. So, and speaking of the coins that he cost, we probably just made it back there in a few players selling. So we're still at over 300k, and we've done 3 player SBCs already in this episode. And of course, we've unlocked a player from objectives in Thiago Mendes. So things were going great. You know, we've managed to like stock the club up with a few different players that are either not useful right now, but are going to hopefully be super useful in the long run and make certain objectives easier for us down the line. And then Marquee Matchups came out as well. So of course we have to go ahead and do that. I think... What do so we packed Messi out of UEFA Marquee Matchups, but we actually got Eden Hazard, our other best pull of the series. That was from a regular Marquee Matchup, so I never ever miss these now, just in case, you know, in case they want to dish out a nice pack. I'm always there for it, because typically I have the players in my club. I think a couple of the matchups actually got leaked earlier on in the week. I didn't do anything, like I think it was Spurs and Chelsea, and then the Adelaide, Sydney, or whatever it was. I think that got both of those got leaked. I've seen them on Twitter this week. And it turns out you did need a Chelsea and a Tottenham player. So I went out and bought them like after 6 o'clock. So luckily, I think because there was a leak and you needed a player from each club, the people that were out there trying to stock up to make loads of money just overloaded the market, and I got them for, or I think those player prices are cheaper than what they would normally have been. You know, when you need a player from each team and it's squads like Chelsea and Tottenham, I think normally those players go up to like 4 or 5k each. But luckily they didn't this time, so I was able to get them for like 1,000 or 2,000 coins, which was pretty good. And I actually think they went down even further than that later on that evening. Because I ended up packing a Spurs player from here, and he didn't sell for like the 2k or 2.5k that was roughly what I paid. Yeah, we get Ben Davies there in the pack. Speaking of which, remember that Ben Davies Tots card that we got a couple of FIFAs ago, or last FIFA? I can't remember what it was, but he was like a daily knockout reward, wasn't he? Anyone remember Tots Ben Davies? What a card. He was really good. I enjoyed the grind for him, and of course ended up having him in my squad for quite a long time, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, little throwback to nostalgia for old FIFAs for you. But we don't get anything in this pack right here either. The Marquee Matchups were not particularly kind to me me, but that's okay. It was always worth the risk no matter what. There's a couple of little first owner players from certain leagues that might add into the squad that we didn't otherwise have. But we do finally get ourselves a board, and it is just a board for the final pack. Rare Electrum packs for me have always been great. Obviously, that's where we got our Lionel Messi. So they are like Hall of Fame packs for me. But just unfortunately this time it didn't really work out for us. But we got Iker Casillas, who is someone we are going to need for an SBC that we're going to do to finish this episode off. So yeah, we've already done 3 player SBCs, but we're going to do a 4th one at the end of this episode. Now, or is it in tomorrow's episode? I can't remember. I might have spoiled something there. But we do a couple of these 80 plus upgrade SBCs. I've got a feeling it is at the start of tomorrow's episode. So look forward to that. There's plenty of player SBCs out right now. So you still don't know exactly which one I'm going to go for. But EA, of course, released these upgrade packs. And I thought, why not go for it? Why not open a couple? I don't have many rares in my club. Like I am not sitting pretty in terms of like club size. I don't have much to my name really, apart from my main massive squad, of course. So it's kind of difficult to do a lot of these upgrade packs. I would need to go out and spend coins to do them. But from the couple I did, I really wasn't that impressed. We got a left back from the Ligue 1, which might help us with first owner stuff. But other than that, I maybe should have chose Correa here because I realised that I'm a little bit short on Serie A attackers. I don't know why I chose now though, but that is what it is. And yeah, that is actually going to wrap up the episode. I know what I had in store for you for the very last moments here. Is that obviously this is now my main team with Diego, Carlos, and also Thiago Mendes in it instead of Alan and Juan Jesus. I think it will perform pretty much just as well, but there was also a part of me which kind of wanted to maybe do something slightly different, like start with a different formation, and of course that would then get in a different player into the squad. So as I go to squad selector here, I also made this, and it would of course require a couple of position changes, but it would be to start Atal on 8 chemistry and everyone else would be on full chem, and this right here would be like a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow squad, because you can see, there you go, I've actually made it for you right there. This is how it would play in game. It was something that I thought about and I may do throughout the weekend league, but that would obviously start Atal on 8 chems. His chemistry boost would be higher than if he was to come off the bench. And if you think about that squad right there, at halftime, you take Pep Guardiola off, you bring on Nelson Semedo at right back, you bring Atal into the midfield, probably swap him and Thiago Mendes, and you've got like a lot of great stuff going on in that midfield as well. So that's what I thought maybe we could do as the weekend league approaches. But I also may just start with this one. I'm also maybe thinking about buying myself a team of the year nominee, Frankie de Jong, instead of Griezmann, and then just starting in a 4-1-2-1-2 that way, because that would obviously work very well for us as well. So the possibilities are kind of endless at the moment. There's also a part of me which wants to do 3-5-2 and try and stick with that a little bit, especially now that we've got Atal and Roberto Carlos. They could be absolutely perfect wing backs, but again, it's a little bit nerve-wracking going into the weekend league with formations that I'm not really used to and stuff. But that's going to wrap the episode up for today, guys. Lots of player SBCs, lots of SBCs in general. It's been quite a fun one. Obviously, lots of packs come along with SBCs, so in general, just a good time. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, do me a massive favour. Give me that Christmas gift of a thumbs up on today's episode. Why don't you come follow me on social media? Twitter and Insta are down below. See how I'm getting up to on my Christmas holidays. And most importantly, I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you're starting to wind down from school or from work, I hope you have a fantastic break. I will probably just be continuing to upload for you guys and just take Christmas Day off. But we love this series, so we'll go with it and we'll stick with it. Yeah, of course, look forward to that highlights video that we've got coming out in a few days' time as well. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.